I am absolutely delighted that the one and only Danielle Keasling has joined me here. How are you?
I am so good. I am on cloud nine, back in the industry, back with our people, and just happy to be here.
Danielle, everybody knows about this. It's on my lap as we speak. The April edition of Salon EVO, which was our 100th magazine between Salon EVO and Barber EVO. What an honor for us.
Oh, what an honor for me. Are you kidding me?
Seriously, thank you so much. This has been a smash hit. We obviously anticipated it would. It was in the works for quite some time.
Yeah.
We had a lot of development, a lot of discussion around this.
Yeah.
And I think the thing for us is, what better way to celebrate the relationship between yourself and us and you?
Yeah.
By putting it on that front cover. Danielle, you mean a lot to us. You mean a lot to a lot of people in this industry.
Well, you guys mean a lot to me too. I mean, really, honestly, the world changed so much with digital marketing, and a lot of print went away. And you guys just owned it, and not only do you put out beautiful printed magazines that we as hairstylists and beauty professionals can show to our families and friends, but they're so beautiful. The feel of them, they're expensive, they're high end, they're elevated, and it really means a lot to, I know, every hairstylist that gets published in your publication. They go over and above to talk about how beautiful the actual magazine itself is.
You mentioned about the digital age, but hairdressing, beauty, it is hands-on.
Yeah.
It is tangible. It's something that you make, that you contour, you design, you develop with your hands. And that's why we got into this, because actually seeing your work in print is something that is, there's not a price attached to it.
Yeah.
But there's something to be able to say, look, like actually pick it up, to feel it, to put it on your coffee table with your Vogue and whatever else.
Absolutely.
You were in Vegas last weekend with Ulta.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I've kind of done what I've wanted to do in the industry, and now it just fills my cup up to be able to mentor amazing talent. And that whole shoot, which was so me, because that day was me shooting my hairstylist of the year. It was also me mentoring one of my mentees who's invested in my coaching, and she shot and I shot, and again, I will always elevate. So she works for the same brand that I do, Ulta Beauty and Matrix, and it was like, okay, let's pull together thoughts, ideas, models, income, and let's do this together. And then we had 4 more design team members come up to support her that just jumped in wholeheartedly, and actually have supported me in the last 6 years being in with Ulta Beauty. So to give back, we had extra time, and I looked at Richard, who has shot probably half of your images for
we
Salon
reckon about
EVO.
50% of the covers. You're absolutely right, he has. And Richard was always going to be mentioned here. We love Richard. Richard is a superstar.
Yes, and he is a dear friend of mine, and I looked at him, and I know I saw the fear in his eyes, because he was like, oh, she's gonna ask to do one more shoot today. I did, and I just gave my 5 team members the opportunity to take those models, flip them, do whatever they wanted, and they rocked it on the spot, and we ended up winning, which, I mean, that should be anybody's inspiration. Don't overthink it. Perfectionism can be paralyzing. Sometimes you just have to go and just do your best work and surround yourself with the best people that you can, and magic can seriously happen.
Well,
business. And how is that, what does that look like, and how do you balance that?
How do you avoid burnout? Because it must be so easy to burn out, like the distance you travel.
And it happens to so many people.
Not enough people talk about it.
Not enough people talk about it.
They wear the busyness like a badge of honor, but actually behind the scenes.
Yeah. I'm a very authentic person, so I have no problem being super vulnerable and just being like, you know what? It's okay to not be okay. Like everyone's, like we always have to wear tough skins when you're mentors, and you always have to just keep pressing on and keep going and keep going. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, no, actually, it's actually really bad. Like you get to a point where you're like, I have to be realistic. If I'm going to give back to the industry the way that they deserve to be given back to, I need to actually put myself first in a way.
For our audience and our viewership to take away when it comes to just being open-minded to opportunity, being open-minded to networking, and being open-minded to what the future may hold.
Yeah. So I think that it actually breaks my heart when I hear hairstylists say, oh, I used to be a hairstylist, but I didn't make enough money, or it was too hard on my body, and I just started, so I went into nursing, or I went into this, or I went into that, and I'm like, okay, well, you obviously did, you were like definitely tunnel vision behind the chair. Like you were just like, okay, this is my only opportunity, and that is so not true. I mean, look at Nick Stenson. Like he's a perfect example of
it's hard not to. That's a sharp-dressed guy right there.
Yeah, he's a businessman now. Like he really truly is. And there is other people in this industry that I've seen that they might not even be doing hair anymore, but they're coaching. They're doing like consulting similar to what I'm doing. There's a lot of opportunity, and this world's an opportunity. The trade show, the platform work, celebrity situations, influencers on Instagram and TikTok and Fashion Week, and I mean, you name it. But you have to be vulnerable, and you have to network, and you have to put yourself out there, because you can't sit back and wait for it to come to you.
I love hearing that. Again, a little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of humbleness.
Yeah.
And actually just trying to bring people together, trying to work together in harmony. It can happen, it's possible. Danielle Keasling, I think you're the best example out there for sure, and that's why we wanted you on the cover of the 100th edition. That's why we're so happy to work with you continuously with your column, and that's why we're super appreciative, so thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We'll see you soon.
Absolutely, thank you.